Yeah. Wow.
So, as you see down here in the video,
That's cool.
they always allow how long they go around the fence. Now, we don't have 32 hours to sit here and watch this, right? So, what we've done is shown hours down the fence. The way we've done that.
Telescope. Excuse me,
You have a question?
do you know what kind of telescope this is?
Do I know what kind of telescope it is? It is a 12-inch refractor.
Cool.
Yeah. You want to learn more about it?
Yeah.
You want to know what the difference is?
Yeah.
Okay, so a refracting telescope, which is what this one is, it's like the classic kind where you have a big lens right at the front, just a big piece of glass that focuses the light inwards. So that's the classic telescope. It's basically like the one that pirates use. Those telescopes, those are refractors. The more modern telescope, the one that the really, really big ones that are really famous today, those ones are called reflecting telescopes. So the difference is that you don't have really anything at the front. You have this big tube that collects all the light. At the very bottom of the telescope, you have a really big mirror. And that mirror reflects the light back up the tube, back into a smaller mirror that then reflects the light again into the eyepiece.
That is cool.
Isn't that neat?
Thanks. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, look. Okay. Oh, look at this. A little glow pillow. A little glow pillow. This is 12. This one's 28. Which one will you rather pick? But if I pick both of these, I just have one book left. I decided to get this one and to get this doll. This is so fun. I actually kind of want to do this now. No. Uh-huh.
We found out the Earth is 4.6 billion years old.
No
From
way.
this metal right here. You ready to see it?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Violet.
Violet. I'm Derek. It's a pleasure to meet you. Very cool glasses, by the way. I love that.
Thanks.
I'm trying to be like you, so I'm gonna shade mine down. So, Violet, let me introduce you to the Diablo Canyon meteorite. This meteorite right here
Whoa.
is 4.6 billion years old.
No.
Yep. So this meteorite, we used it to tell us how old our planet was, because back in the day they used to be like, oh, how old is this place? They just grab a rock outside, and it didn't work that well, right? So once we had this process called radiometric dating, you want to try them on? You can.
Sure.
They're very cool. They're twisty. All you gotta do is twist the lenses. Hi.
That's cool.
So basically, this is just a baby chunk of this thing. This is a very, very small chunk. The whole thing, first, this came from the heart of a star. When a star goes supernova, the last thing that it creates in its core is iron. This is 92% iron. So basically, the iron in this meteorite came from a star, not our sun, because our sun's still out there, right? But the star that came before our sun, that seeded all of the area, even the sun. The sun was born from the same star that this came from. So because of that, what we could do is we can test the materials inside of here. And when we test it, there's materials that turn into other stuff. And when they turn into other stuff, we can test the same kind of metal inside of our planet and see if that same material, if they decay at the same rate. If they do it at the same rate, that means they're the same age. And we found out they do. This is 4.6 billion years old. So in turn, our planet Earth is 4.6 billion years old. Now, are you ready to hold the heart of a star and the Earth's birth certificate in your hands?
Yeah.
All right, 2 hands, because it's not light.
Oh my god.
There you go.
I didn't realize the star is that heavy.
Yeah, I mean, imagine, you know how big the sun is, right?
Yeah.
So in comparison to all the planets that we have here, these are all to scale with each other by size. And the sun is represented down there as well. In fact, you can see half of it over here. The curved wall that you see right there, that is the Leonard Nimoy Event Horizon Theater. But if you were looking from a bird's eye view, that circle is the circumference of the sun compared to the rest of those planets down there. So the sun's pretty big. And this came from something that was bigger than the sun. So that core was even bigger than that sun. So that's a little piece right there from the same meteor. And there's another one over there behind the sign here. Those two that are exposed, they all came from the same meteorite. Now, the one on the left is 394 pounds, and the one on the right is or in the middle, I should say, is 263 pounds. So you can pick those up, you can have them. But the whole thing is from these double doors all the way down to that moon exhibit down there. And it all weighed 300,000 tons. 300,000 tons, and it hit the Earth going 26,000 miles per hour. Super fast, right? Crazy thing to think about. The impact was so strong that it excavated 73 million tons of dirt in 3 seconds. And it made that hole in the ground right over there. Pieces of the sky photo. That is called the Barringer Crater. And that is right outside of Flagstaff, Arizona. And it is a 4,200 foot wide crater, or diameter, and you can fit a 60 to 70 story building inside of it. And that's just from 150 feet of a meteor. Now everyone's like, is that the one that killed the dinosaurs? And it's like, the answer is no. That one was 6 miles in length. That was an asteroid, not even a meteorite. And that hit right here. Right there in the Yucatan Peninsula. And it hit on like a 60-degree angle. And when it hit, it let off this massive tsunami that you could, if you go to Louisiana, there's a tree, the tree line changes a little bit. And that's where the flood happened from the actual impact. It's way up inland. So you could just see how strong that one was. In fact, the one that killed the dinosaurs, this one, it hit right here, and it left a 60-mile crater in the ground. So 60 miles. And that's just 150 feet that leaves a 4,200 foot wide, not even a mile. But it's the reason why the dinosaurs were so impactful. When we launch spacecraft and stuff like that out into orbit around the planet, we start here, around the equator, because the Earth's rotating, right? And we get this free boost from the Earth's spin because everything's stuck here. So it's like having a string attached here and just whipping it around as it goes. So as it launches out, we get a little gravitational assist. And we launch from here. We try to launch from French Guiana over here, in Florida, Texas, even out here. Now, the one that hit here launched a bunch of those little 150-foot little micro Earth meteorites, if you will, into space. And Earth's still rotating. So they all started to carry on, but they're not moving at orbital speed, so they start falling back on the planet. And as they fall in, their dinosaurs are like, what's going on right now? And they had no idea. So that's why they had such a bad time with this, and it kind of caused vegetation to die and stuff like that. But that's how the dinosaurs had to deal with it. For us, we were lucky. 50,000 years ago, there were no people around, and I think there's a couple upset sloths and mammoths, but other than them, everybody was pretty much safe. Now, with that, how heavy do you think this little piece of a star's core is?
100.
100 pounds? You're pretty strong if you think this is 100 pounds. Well, let's try again, a little bit lower.
99.
What? That was the greatest response. I don't even want to tell you the right answer. I just want that to be right. It is 8 pounds.
No.
It's 8 pounds. Yep. You guys want to hold?
If you want to weigh yourself on the planet, come to the observatory. I want to see. This is 5 Adam Back Show. You'll like it much better in person. Bye! Life down is such great.